Hello, it's Thursday, April the 7th, and we're in the second half of Revelation 19, having seen yesterday and the day before the marriage supper of the Lamb. The bride was ready to enjoy this feast with King Jesus. Now in verse 11, we're introduced to another vision. Then I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and the one sitting on it is called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and makes war. And he makes war against the beast and the false prophet. He's referred to here in verse 13 as the Word. You think of the opening of John's Gospel. In the beginning was the Word. In verse 11, he is faithful and true. And in verse 16, he is referred to as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And he has a name in verse 12 that no one knows. And it's possibly a reference to the fact that his true name is Yahweh in the Old Testament. But in the sense that the full significance of who Christ is hasn't yet been fully revealed. It'll only be revealed at the end of time. There's a graphic depiction in verses 17 and 18. The background is in Isaiah chapter 63 and the opening 3 verses. But it's a picture of carrion birds eating the flesh of corpses of mighty men that have fallen to the ground, and horses. It's a scene of a battle, an ancient battle, and there are corpses everywhere and dead horses everywhere, and there's gore, and it's a very graphic picture. And then in verse 20, the beast and the false prophet are thrown into a fiery lake where there is burning sulfur. And it closes with, and the rest were slain by the sword that came from the mouth of him who was sitting on the horse, and all the birds were gorged with their flesh. Well, that's very graphic and terrifying to those who are not believers, but it's the destruction of Babylon, and now the destruction of the beast and the false prophet, the world of politics and the world of religion that is opposed to Christ. And one day they will collapse into a lake of fire and burning sulfur. Those are words coming from Jesus himself. What a warning to us. Well, next week we'll pick up perhaps another difficult chapter in Revelation, the one that has a reference to the millennium, the 1,000 years, and we'll have to wade our way through the intricacies of chapter 20 of Revelation. But for now, have a wonderful weekend.